Asia Wilson is a true definition of a class act when it comes to Angel Reese. And this is something that Candace Parker should take note from. Asia Wilson praises Angel Reese, and she does not hate on her. And Candace Parker does the opposite. But we're going to unpack all that here next, here on the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Well, guys, man, I done came up with something that's very interesting. And this has to do with Angel Reese, Candace Parker, and Asia Wilson. Now, we all know what Angel Reese brings to the WNBA ever since she stepped foot on the WNBA court last year, her rookie season. Angel Reese balled out. Angel Reese averaged a double-double. And she broke a lot of records along the way in her rookie campaign. Now, Angel Reese has looked up to a lot of legends of the game, and she is currently looking up to one of the GOATs of the game that is currently still playing in Asia Wilson. Also, she has looked up to Lisa Leslie. Now, we know Lisa Leslie has reached out to Angel Reese and has helped Angel Reese along the way in elevating her game. In Unrivaled, she took time out to get with Angel Reese to help her out on finishing through contact and then doing all the little stuff down on the post to help Angel Reese get better. Then when it comes to Candace Parker, that's somebody that Angel Reese looked up to as well. Now we all know Candace Parker is one of the greats of the game. You know what she did at Tennessee. We know what she's done in the WNBA, three-time champion. But when it comes to Candace Parker, when she talks about Angel Reese, a lot of people think that Candace Parker might be a little jealous of Angel Reese, and she does a lot of hating on Angel Reese. She doesn't say anything good about Angel Reese. It's what she says is to a minimum, and she don't elaborate on what Angel Reese brings to the table and how good she is in the WNBA. It's always something quick, and she'll skip right past it. Now, she's been in the news of lately, talking about Angel Reese. She's teamed up with Aaliyah Boston on the new podcast, Post Moves. And we all know there was a segment that they was talking about the ranking that Candace Parker put certain players in tiers. And she put Angel Reese in a tier C. And she had people that are just now coming into the WNBA above Angel Reese. And she said that she is not hating, but she's very adamant on what she says about, y'all going to tell me, who would you rank Angel Reese above on this list that I just spit out? Very adamant. Now, Angel Reese has looked up to Candace Parker. Now, I think Candace Parker is a little, jealous in a sense because her career didn't end the way she wanted it to end. Her career ended on injuries. Candace Parker got bad knees. She wasn't a participant in that Las Vegas Aces championship. And I think she got some kind of resentment on that because of the way that she had to leave the WNBA. And Angel Reese has come in her first 2 years and has broke a lot of Candace Parker's records, statistically, rebounding, and assisting basketball. And I think there's some kind of resentment toward Angel Reese. But on the other hand, A'ja Wilson, somebody that Angel Reese has looked up to. And we all know that Angel Reese and A'ja Wilson was on the cover of Wall Street Journal. And they had an interview. And this interview goes back a couple months. But I want y'all guys to pay attention to what A'ja Wilson had to say when the reporter asked her a question about Angel Reese and how she handled the situation and gave Angel Reese her grace, because that's somebody that Angel Reese looks up to in A'ja Wilson. Now let's take a listen to what A'ja Wilson had to say when the reporter asked her the question. Let's take a listen.
Also recently played against rookie Angel Reese.
Yeah.
I've heard that one of her first WNBA games was to see you play.
Oh, dope. I didn't know that. It's been super cool to play against her. Obviously, I've watched her throughout her collegiate career, even when back in Maryland. My good friend actually was coaching her at that time, so I that's how I honestly started to follow Angel. And I saw a little bit of myself in her. No matter what I do, I'm going to make sure that I go all out and I give it 100%. And I saw that just the motor that she has, I was like, oh yeah, that is young A'ja 100%. But for her to want to, for all these years, to still rebound the basketball is something that's really her and true to her. So I hope she never loses.
Now you heard what A'ja Wilson had to say. Now A'ja Wilson handled that spot on. And she didn't throw no shade toward Angel Reese or anything like that. She gave her fair assessment. And she wants Angel Reese to do good in the WNBA. And that's role model material right there of what A'ja Wilson had to say about Angel Reese. She did not slight her game in no way. She said she'd been following her ever since her Maryland days. And she knows what Angel Reese is capable of doing. And, you know, she says she got to be on her A game every time that she plays against Angel Reese. But see, the difference is on how Candace Parker, a former WNBA player that Angel Reese looks up to also. Let's take a listen on how she handled the situation. Let's take a listen.
In women's basketball, where we can critique without being a hater. And I challenge all of you all to understand that I in no way, shape, or form am a hater. I am going to bring facts to the table. And with that being said, the facts that I want to bring to this table, and I challenge anybody to tell me, what player are you taking Angel Reese over of those that I just listed?
Guess we'll wait for their response.
Oh, we're not going to. Okay.
Because
yeah.
I'm sorry.
But what I'm saying is, in what player, and this is no disrespect, these are the greatest players in the game right now. They asked me to rank the tier right now. And I sit in a studio at Turner with Shaq and Chuck, and some of which I think at times they do individually and personally attack people's character. And I think I pride myself on trying to be an analyst that does not do that. I do not attack character. I literally am just, from my point of view, from my opinion, this was the ranking. And so I ask again, are you taking Angel above Paige? Are you taking Angel above Arike? Are you taking Angel above Sabrina or Kelsey or Caitlin or A'ja or Nafisa or Brianna? No, that does not make her a bad player. That does not make me a hater. Do I think she could be up there? Yes. Do I think she can be at S eventually in her career and her evolution and what she's added to her game from her rookie season to now? Absolutely.
Now, you heard what she had to say. Now, she went on to say also, she said Angel Reese is nowhere close to none of them right now. And that's her opinion. But Angel Reese looks up to Candace Parker. In a situation like this, Candace Parker, you didn't have to be so adamant on what you said. Sometimes these could be teaching moments. Instead of belittling her, this is time to reach out to have her back of everything that she's going through. All the online hate, everybody talking about her. This is a time where you can help her get better. Because we seen what you was capable of doing in the WNBA until you was forced out by injury. See, that's the difference. Asia Wilson says that she has to be on her A game when she plays against Angel Reese. And Asia Wilson right now is the GOAT. And for you to be very adamant to go on the podcast of Post Moves and say the things that you said, a lot of people are just looking at you a little side-eyed to see what the problem is you have with Angel Reese. You should basically be having Angel Reese's back through all this turmoil that she's been going through. But no, you come on and you've been in the news of lately and you just have something against Angel Reese that we can't put our finger on. And it goes back to your retirement jersey ceremony in LA when Chicago took on LA and you was in attendance because you was getting your jersey retired. And Angel Reese was very adamant to meet you half court after the game to give you a hug to congratulate you. But you gave her one of them cold-hearted half hugs that everybody noticed. And you embraced everybody else with a warm and gentle hug. But it was something that we saw when you encountered with Angel Reese that it just didn't look right. I see everybody in the comment section, #salute. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, turn your post notifications on so you know every time Simply Ball drops another hot banger. And before we go, we have partnered up with Underdog Fantasy, and this is a word from our sponsor.
Underdog Fantasy is the best way to play fantasy sports. Let me tell you about the easiest way to get in on some WNBA and NBA action. Find your player, pick higher or lower, win you some extra cash. Pick between 2 to 5 players to fill out your pick'em entry, get every pick right, and win some serious cash. Use my promo code SBD23 and receive up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Now that it's football time, follow Simply Ball Dropping as I share my picks. Like I said, pick your player, choose your amount, win money. Make picks, win cash. Thank you, Underdog Fantasy, for the partnership with us. And thank you for using promo code SBD23 on Underdog Fantasy.
Yeah, so when you guys want to make some extra cash, man, download the Underdog Fantasy app. And don't forget to use my code SBD23 to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. And that's going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. We're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.